Welcome to this new Triggre Weekend Masterclass, and in this masterclass we are going to extend the template Pay Poll. And you can use Pay Poll to manage PO numbers, which are typically handed out by a person who wants to order things at a supplier, and that supplier uses that PO number on their invoices so the financial department can link those two together. Typically those PO numbers are handed out for a specific period and typically a calendar year. But with subscriptions, that PO number needs to be prolonged, so they get a new PO number for the new period of time. However, since that can be during the year or at the end of the year, the person who requested it might not know that by heart. So what we've created is a piece of functionality that will send an email to the person who requested the PO number like a month in advance before the PO number expires, so that they can request a new one and send the new one to their supplier again. To do this, well, in the application itself, it's a little bit hard to show you what I've created, but I've created a test page so that you can see the results. And after that, I will show you the designer and show you how I've created that. So we have the application here, and as you can see, I've created a test prolong notification page. And for instance, the notification date is the 19th of December. And when I click test, the application will show a list of 2 people who will get a notification. And these are the lists of PO numbers that they need to prolong. This one is valid to the 1st of October, and these have different validities as well. I also received an email right now which shows these items as well. This is one, well, valid too. I will show the other one as well because it's a little bit nicer. There you go, you've got a nice list of the PO numbers you need to prolong and also what it's about. So it makes it a little bit easier to know what you need to do. So let's go to the designer and I will show you how I've created this. I made some changes to the data model. I've created a flow part, and like I said, I created the test page. Well, the test page isn't that interesting, so I'm going to keep it to the data and flow parts. So at the data, what I've done is at the user's data item, I've added a property which is called PO to prolong. And you might wonder why I've created this at the user's data item, but I will show you in the flow part why I've done that. So let's go to the flow part. Okay, so what we see here is we do a certain amount of lookups, so we check all the expiring PO numbers, then retrieve all the users which are linked to those expiring PO numbers, and you will need the function list contains for that. So what we do, we create a filter, and that filter says all the expiring POs requested by contains the user that we would like to know. So if there are 5 POs from the same user, the result will be 1 user here. So there will be 5 expiring POs, but only 1 user. But we need to create a text for that user with all the POs that we have. So first of all, we are going to create a header for that user with, well, the header that we just saw. So what is it, expiry date, etc., etc. And we enter that at the PO to prolong. And it's a specific text, so valid to, PO number, supplier, etc. And after that, we are going to go through every PO that we found. What we do is we are going to use the text that we already saved at the user. So the requested by person, the PO to prolong, which we just did. And then we add all the pieces of text that we want to show. So valid to, the PO number, the supplier, and the description. And this one is maybe the one of the most important ones, because this looks like an empty piece of text, but it's actually a return. So that manages that the lines of every PO are put into, are saved on a new line. So you get a nice list of them. Of course, obviously we need to save this information, because in the next repeat action, it will take the extended text and will add another line of text to it. It's saved, and in the next repeat action, another one is added to the list, and so on and so on. And after that, we need to send every user an email with a notification of those expired POs. And besides the normal information, of course, we use in this case a value placeholder, the PO to prolong of that specific user. And then the email is being sent. I always save when I notified that person. But yeah, that's in general what the flow part is all about. And of course, what I didn't mention is that we also need an automation flow, a scheduled trigger that will trigger this flow part, for instance, every month on the first day of the week at 9 o'clock, so that people get a notification every month about the number of PO numbers that will expire in the upcoming month. Thanks for watching this video, and if you want to improve your trigger skills next week as well, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you next week.